Today we're making jumbo-sized candy corn that glows in the dark with UV-activated light. Each candy corn measures 7 inches tall and it'll look perfect hung in any tree or porch setting. So join me for this super simple tutorial. To begin making our glow-in-the-dark candy corn, we need these miniature traffic cones. Now these are 7 inches tall and you can find these at Hobby Lobby. This is plastic and it's perfect size for what we need to do. So we need to get rid of the base over here. So just grab yourself a pair of scissors or tin snips and start cutting. Now it's super easy to cut this because the plastic is very thin. But definitely you might want to use scissors that you don't need for like sharp cutting. And just like that, we've cut the base. Now we need to prime this. So we're going to get rid of this orange color and we're going to use a white primer. And once the white primer dries, that's when we can start putting on the phosphorescent paint in 3 different colors. So let's get going. Before we continue with this tutorial, I wanted to show you all the first book that I've written. It's called Little Olive and the Wally Bat, and it's rated for kids ages 2 to 6 years old. It follows a brave little olive that gets lost and is found by a very helpful brown bat. This is the first book I've ever written and I'm super excited about it. It's available on Amazon via paperback or Kindle. So if anyone wants to support me or read it to their kiddos, go check it out. The link is in the bio of the video, Little Olive and the Wally Bat on Amazon. Now let's get back to this amazing tutorial. Before we get to the priming part, I wanted to show y'all something interesting. The underside of this is hollow, as you can see. I wanted a solid look for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put expanding foam in there. You don't need to do this part, but I think it'll look slightly better if the bottom is sealed. So I have some toilet paper here. I got a nice little bunch and I'm gently just putting it in like that. We want to leave about 2 inches of space on the top. Then we're going to get our expanding foam and we're going to fill all of this in when it's nice and filled just like that. Then once it's filled, we can gently turn it over and place it on our parchment paper that I've laid out over here. I found this in the kitchen. So the parchment paper is going to prevent the expanding foam from sticking to any surface that's underneath it. So once you put it like that, the cone is probably going to go like up or weirdly shaped, doesn't matter. Once it's dry in a couple of hours, we'll be able to flip it over and anything that's bulbous or extra like that, we can just cut it off nicely and then we have a sealed bottom. And that way it'll be able to be painted over and I think it'll just look better. But again, it's personal opinion that it'll look better. You might just want to keep it empty like that. So let's get to it. Let's start with some expanding foam. Just like that. Next, as you can see, filled in just like that. I'm going to carefully put it over. Actually, I'm probably just going to bring it like this. And just like that, we're done. That's the first one. So we're going to continue with all of them, making sure to carefully put them down and wait for them to dry. Now we need to prime them for painting. I'm using this Rust-Oleum Universal Bonding Primer. We're going to spray it on all of them. Now that our cones have dried, the primer's all dry, we're going to start painting them with our phosphorescent paint. I have here a pack of rubber bands, different sizes, and we're going to stretch it out and we're going to place it over our cone. We're going to try to divide our cone into 3 different sections. One like this, and then one like that. And you just want to straighten out the rubber band as best as you can. And once you do that, we can start painting it. We're going to start with a yellow, an orange, and a white. And we put this so it can divide it and the paint won't spill over. Once it's dried, we can remove all of this carefully and then just fill in the parts that haven't been painted yet. We're going to be using phosphorescent paint, the one I always use, and this should take us no more than 15 to 20 minutes. It dries pretty fast, so super simple. We're almost done. For the final step, we have these eye hooks that I got from Amazon. As you can see, these are pretty small, and this is perfect. We're going to place it on the top. So I have a drill bit that's a little bit smaller than the width of the eye hook. And just like that, we drill in, and in goes the eye hook. And we just thread it in halfway like that. And just like that, we have what's going to hold this up. So I'm probably going to use a zip tie. You could also use some twine, but I'm pretty sure I have some white zip ties I could use, and we're going to attach it. Lastly, I found a tree branch and I put 2 pieces of rebar. These are 4-foot rebar. I held them together with these long 8-inch zip ties. Put the rebar into the ground, and then you can put the branch in there and you're good to go.